we are Norex. I'm Iris and this is Robin. This is our car and we are now going to show you how we are setting up our James Baroud Space XL tent. And then we have the awning, which is a 250 by 270 centimeters awning that we're also going to show you. Robin, do you want to tell everyone about the experiences so far that we had?
Okay, so we picked up this James Baroud Space XL tent and evening 1.5 months ago. We just finished our trip to Iceland. So far we have slept 32 nights in the tent. This tent can be a little bit tricky to set up and pack down alone, so we want to show you our best way of doing this.
So we start in the back by opening the hatches on each side. Then we'll lift the tent up without extending the legs completely in the back. And then we move to the front of the tent where we release and open the hatches entirely on both sides here as well. And then we give the tent a little push. Finally, we go to the back again and pull back the legs so the tent gets the proper support. Finally, we remove the ladder from its canvas bag and attach it to the tent. You can choose to have it on the right or left side of the tent. So that was the tent put up. Our strategy to put up the tent as quickly as possible and the easiest as possible has been to put it up in the back first without straightening the back legs, and then open the clutches in the front, and then we finalize by stretching out the legs in the back, and also sometimes we give a push up here so we can stretch the front legs. So let's show you the awning.
So we will show you how to put up the James Baroud awning. It's 250 by 270 centimeters. So first you have to remove these straps. And you just remove the canvas clothing and you roll it out. Then we have 2 legs going down. So this is how we usually set up the evening when we are 2. It can be a little bit tricky if you're alone, but it's still possible. So you take off the straps and the cover, then you roll it all the way out. You attach the legs going down into the ground. Then you have this side support legs, and they are attached with Velcro. If it's a lot of wind, you can also attach straps in the corners going down into the ground. As you can see, it's quite spacious inside. It's no problem sitting several people with table and chairs under. And you can also adjust the height on the legs. So if you want it lower in the front or against the wind, you can just adjust it like you want. And if you look on top of the awning, here is a hatch you can open, and you can attach a tunnel going from the awning to your tent. So you can have the ladder inside, and you can have a huge dry room. You can climb into your tent without getting wet. Okay, so we're gonna pack down the awning. First, release one of the side poles. And you do the second one, put it in place. Then we lift up the front poles, and it just goes in the slots. Okay, and then you want to have the awning tight, and you just start by rolling it inwards. And it needs to be really tight. Then you put on the straps, and the canvas cover. Now we're going to show you how to pack down the tent. So first you would like to take off the ladder, otherwise it will be stuck when you close the lid. Then it's important that you put on the hatches in the front, but you don't want to close it in the front. Only put the hatches inside the slot on each side. And if you do this with the legs in the back extended, it's so much easier to get the tent down. So now you go to the back of the tent, and you have to collapse the inside support of the tent. It's quite strong, holding up the tent. And now we found that the easiest is to close it all the way down and then open it maybe 20-30 centimeters just to get most of the air out. And we have a place where we can hang the strap from the tent so it stays in place, so we can walk around the tent and put the tent cover inside. put tent strap inside the tent, and you put on the hatch on the side. So there is one hatch on each side of the tent in the back, and you just cover it all the way down in the back. And then in the end you just go to the front and you close the two front hatches. And we found out if you do it in this order, it's really easy to take down, especially when you're two, and it's even possible when you're alone, no problem. And keep in mind that our car is quite high, around 2.5 meters to the roof, so this would be much easier on a smaller car. So the last thing you do is to put the ladder inside the canvas bag. We had to buy a longer ladder for this tent. They come in different sizes. And the bag with the ladder can fit inside the tent, but we prefer to have it inside the cab of the car. So this is the James Baroud Space XL. It's 160 centimeters wide. It's plenty of room for 2 adults and kids in the tent. Or if you are just a pair traveling alone, if it's bad weather and you're sitting inside the tent for hours. We really like that you can raise the front of the tent. It makes it feel so much bigger than a normal tent. So we will give you more reviews later on the tent. We have so far only used it 32 days, but this will be our main tent for all our trips and expeditions the next years to come.